would you like to be lonesome when someone is through with you? My heart is sad and lonesome. Wonder if you're lonesome too. Wonder if you're lonesome too. I don't want you to cry 'cause I'm bleeding. I don't want you to cry 'cause I'm blue. Well, I'll be so lonesome without you. Wonder if you're lonesome too. Wonder if you're lonesome too. How would you like to be lonesome when someone is through with you? My heart is sad and lonesome. Wonder if you're lonesome too. Wonder if you're lonesome too. Now give me your right hand, honey, and I'll say my farewell to you. Yes, only my thoughts make me lonesome. Wonder if you're lonesome too. Wonder if you're lonesome too. How would you like to be lonesome when someone is through with you? My heart is sad and lonesome. Wonder if you're lonesome too. Wonder if you're lonesome too. How would you like to be lonesome when someone is through with you? My heart is sad and lonesome. Wonder if you're lonesome too. Wonder if you're lonesome too. Two trees on the hillside of a mountain, always looking up toward the sky. Reminds me of my mama and my papa, who lived there 80 years before they died. A bright moon shining in the valley, and a wagon leans against a stack of hay. Two graves on the hillside by a cabin, my mom and dad are resting there today. The burning of the greenwood on the fireplace, and the falling snow around the redwood tree, the branches of the laurel by the creek bed, and the rippling waters of a gentle stream. Now bright moon shining in the valley, and a wagon leans against a stack of hay. Two graves on a hillside by a cabin, my mom and dad are resting there today. Papa used to talk about the young days when he and Mama first were settled there, and he spoke about the love of the mountains that he and Mama shared together there. Now bright moon is shining in the valley, and a wagon leans against a stack of hay. Two graves on a hillside by a cabin, my mom and dad are resting there today. When he was a young man, he looked to the sky to answer the questions, the wheres and the whys. But the sky turned all cloudy with his screams and his cries. Couldn't fathom the answers, the wheres and the whys. And he drinks, and he thinks, and he drinks some more. He's a good man, a kind man, most of the time. But the booze hound stealing an old friend of mine. Now he fathoms the bottle, and he fathoms the wine, and drowns his despair in a drunken good time. And the sky is a keyhole as he lays on the floor, but the whys and the wheres don't exist anymore. And he drinks, and he thinks, and he drinks some more. He's a good man, a kind man, most of the time. But the booze hound is stealing an old friend of mine. And he drinks, and he thinks, and he drinks some more. He's a good man, a kind man, most of the time. But the booze hound is stealing an old friend of mine. Yes, the booze hound is stealing an old friend of mine.
There was a boy from Arkansas who wouldn't listen to his ma when she told him that he ought to go to school. He'd sneak away in the afternoon and took a walk, and pretty soon you'd find him at that local auction barn. He'd stand and listen carefully, then soon he did begin to see how the auctioneer could talk so rapidly. He said, oh my, it's do or die, I've got to learn that auction cry, gonna make my mark and be an auctioneer. 25 $, but another 30, would you say the 30, another 30, make it 30, but along with $30, who'd make it 30, and who'd give a $30 bid? $30, but another 35, would you say the 30, I make it 35, another 35, but who'd been along with a $35 bid? As time went on, he did his best, and all could see he didn't jest. He practiced calling bids both night and day. And his pop would find him behind the bar, just working up an awful star, as he tried to imitate the old auctioneer. Then his pop said, son, we just can't stand to have a mediocre man selling things at auctions using the good family name. We'll send you off to auction school, and then you'll be nobody's fool, and you can take your place among the best. $35, but another 40, would you say the 40, another 40, make it 40, bid him $40, you can make the 40, to be able to bid a $40 bid. $40, but another 45, would you say the 45, make it 45, another 45, but who bid him along in a $45 bid. Now from that boy who went to school, there grew a man who played it cool. He came back home a full-fledged auctioneer. And the people would come from miles around just to hear him make that rhythmic sound that filled their hearts with such a happy cheer. Yee-hoo! His fame spread out from shore to shore. He had all he could do and more. Had to buy a bus to get around. Now he's the tops in all the land. Let's pause to give that boy a hand, for he's the best of all those auctioneers. $45, but another 50, would you say the 50, another 50, make it 50, bid him along with $50, who'd make it 50, another who'd give a $50 bid. $50, but another 5, would you say the 5, you hear the 5 to make it 5, bid him along with $55, who'd bid him along with a $55 bid.
All right, boys, bid Yorkshire hogs, you're number 29. I'm bid 25 and 7.5, now the $30. 2.5 to 35, 37.5, now the 40, now the 2.5 to 45, 47.5 to 5 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 to 5. And I sold them hogs for a $50 bid.
Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a demijohn. Hot corn, gold corn, bring along a demijohn. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a demijohn. Feather well, Uncle Bill, see you in the morning. Yes, sir. Well, it's upstairs, downstairs, out in the kitchen. Upstairs, downstairs, out in the kitchen. Upstairs, downstairs, out in the kitchen. See Aunt Sarah just a raring and a pitching. Yes, sir. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a demijohn. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a demijohn. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a demijohn. Feather well, Uncle Bill, see you in the morning. Yes, sir. Well, it's old Aunt Polly out in the kitchen. Old Aunt Polly out in the kitchen. Old Aunt Polly running around in the kitchen. See Aunt Polly just a raring and a pitching. Yes, sir. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a demijohn. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a demijohn. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a demijohn. Fairly well, Uncle Bill, see you in the morning. Yes, sir. Old Aunt Peggy, won't you fill 'em up again? Old Aunt Peggy, won't you fill 'em up again? Old Aunt Peggy, won't you fill 'em up again? I ain't had a drink since I don't know when. Yes, sir. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a demijohn. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a demijohn. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a demijohn. Feather well, Uncle Bill, see you in the morning. Yes, sir. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a demijohn. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a demijohn. Fairly well, Uncle Bill, see you in the morning. Yes, sir. Now there's a fairgrounds down in Chattanooga where a kiddie train runs up and down the track. There's an old black hound with his tongue hanging down, and he chases that train around the track. I've been chasing you like a Chattanooga dog, even though I know you don't care. I've been chasing you like a Chattanooga dog, and it ain't gonna get me nowhere. Now every day when those kiddies come for to play, to ride that old kiddie train once more, there's that old faithful hound with his tongue hanging down, and he runs till his feet get sore. I've been chasing you like a Chattanooga dog, even though I know you don't care. I've been chasing you like a Chattanooga dog, it ain't gonna get me nowhere. Thinking that you're just like an old train. Anybody gets a ticket, they can ride. Lord, I'm like that hound pup, I won't ever give up. I'd do anything to be by your side. I've been chasing you like a Chattanooga dog, even though I know you don't care. I've been chasing you like a Chattanooga dog, ain't gonna get me nowhere. I've been chasing you like a Chattanooga dog, even though I know you don't care. I've been chasing you like a Chattanooga dog, ain't gonna get me nowhere. No, it ain't gonna get me nowhere. Don't think that I'll be hanging around while you're having fun. I won't sit crying over you. From now on, when you go out, I'll tell you what I'll do. Lock the door, put out the cat, and I'll go steppin' too. I'll go steppin' too, honey, I'll go steppin' too. Lock the door, put out the cat, and I'll go steppin' too. Now every night when I come in late, we begin to fight. And you tell me that there's more fish in the sea. But the bait ain't what it used to be. I've good news for you. From now on when you go out, I'll go steppin' too. I'll go steppin' too, honey, I'll go steppin' too. Lock the door, put out the cat, and I'll go steppin' too. Well, from now on, when you come home and you won't tell where you've been, with your hair messed up, your clothes don't fit you right. Don't yell if you find I've got lipstick on me too. Oh, you know I've been stepping just like you. I go stepping too, honey, I go stepping too. Lock the door, put out the cat, and I'll go stepping too. Lock the door, put out the cat, and I'll go steppin' too.
I was sitting southeast 30 miles from here, sitting in the kitchen, oh, and drinking some beer, sitting around the table just a-poking a few, when someone said, what are you gonna do? I said, I don't know, yeah, I guess I'll take my time. I says, I don't know, sometimes it's hard to find, so I poked a few more, then we get low. Well, some people played hockey with frozen shit. Even I can't remember that old trip. They used to play ball with a piece of hide. Well, I guess some tradition's gone out with the tide. I says, I don't know, yeah, well, some things will never return. I said, just like the local garbage is forgotten and burned, and we keep on wasting. Oh, yes, I sure am glad that my friends dropped by. Whoa, whoa, we drank a lot of beer, yeah, we drank a lot of rye. Oh, yes, I sure am glad that my friends dropped by. Oh, they make me high, oh, they make me high. Well, I went on a crop tour, yeah, the other day, where we followed around a wagon load, yeah, full of hay. We went down the 7th by the big red barn, and the boys are out back the silo telling yarns. It says, we know, yeah, well, some things will never change. They says, we know some things will always remain the same. And they were talking about tradition, the Belmont boys. Oh, yes, I sure am glad that my friends dropped by. Oh, oh, we drank a lot of beer, yeah, we drank a lot of rye. Oh, yes, I sure am glad that my friends dropped by. Oh, they make me high, oh, they make me
Yes, they do. Come and listen to my story if you will. I'm gonna tell about a gang of fellas from down at Nashville. First being started with old Red Foley doing his Chattanooga chew. Well, we can't forget Hank Williams and those dear old lovesick blues. When it's time for old Hiccup to go to Memphis on his train, Benny Pearl and Rod Brassfield with Lazy Jim Day. Now turn on your radio, well I know that you will be to hear little Jimmy Dickens taking old Cold Tater and Wade. They'll be guitars and fiddles, Earl Scruggs and his banjo too. Bill Monroe singing out them old turkey blues. Ernest Tubbs' number, two wrongs don't make a right, at the Grand Ole Opry every Saturday night. There is Uncle Dave making his gold tooth and club hat. Cowboys go boots singing tragic romance, signed, sealed, and delivered with Sam and Kirk McGee. And the master of ceremony was a Mr. George D. Hayes. There is Lonzo and Oscar, just a pop in bubble gum. Now George Morgan singing candy kisses, yum yum. I got a hole in my bucket, bringing in that Georgia man. Sing the sunny side of the mountain and dance to the chicken reel. There'll be guitars and fiddles, Earl Scruggs and his banjo too. Bill Monroe singing out them old Kentucky blues. Curtis Tubbs number, two wrongs don't make a right, at the Grand Ole Opry every Saturday night. You can talk about your singers now in all kinds of ways, but none can sing those old songs like Bradley Kincaid, with his old hound dog guitar and the famous blue tail fly. String being old Hank Snow and fiddling Chubby White. There'll be guitars and fiddles, Earl Scruggs and his banjo too. Bill Monroe singing out them old Kentucky blues. Ernest Tubbs number, two wrongs don't make a right, at the Grand Ole Opry every Saturday night. At the Grand Ole Opry every Saturday night. You are my flower that's blooming in the mountain so high. You are my flower that's blooming there for me. When summertime is gone and snow begins to fall, you can sing this song and say to one and all, you are my flower that's blooming in the mountain so high. You are my flower that's blooming there for me. Forget the tears, but don't forget to smile.